Chapter 5 Awakening. As morning mist lifted like silken curtains parting, Sora sat by his familiar window, softly contemplating the gentle dawn. Morning birds offered their sweet melodies among the awakening trees, while garden flowers sparkled with delicate dewdrops in the newborn light. Sora's thoughts drifted like petals on a stream to yesterday's extraordinary events. When they had followed Pepper's path into the forest mysteries, just after glimpsing their friend from the riverbank's height, that mighty serpent had appeared like shadow taking form. In that crystal moment, Sora had leaped toward danger. Without fear or hesitation, moving as naturally as leaves dancing in the wind, guided by something ancient stirring deep within. The next awareness that touched Sora's mind was a view of the riverbank from above, like a bird soaring on gentle currents. There he saw himself below, relief washing over the scene like morning light as danger melted away into shadow. But before that peaceful moment could settle like dew, the world before him transformed completely. The evening sky, painted in twilight's softest watercolors, gently brightened to midday's pure radiance. There stood a magnificent cherry tree in full bloom, its countless petals reaching toward heaven like prayers made visible. Watching in quiet wonder, Sora saw a single cherry blossom begin its graceful descent. It danced through the air like a tiny boat following an invisible river of wind. As his eyes followed the petal's gentle journey, it came to rest in an unexpected place that seemed destined from the start. Beneath the cherry tree's protective embrace sat a great round stone, smooth as centuries. And upon that ancient throne, an elderly calico cat rested in peaceful meditation, the petals settling upon its head like a crown of spring. The old cat, who had been sitting with eyes closed like lotus blossoms at twilight, offered a gentle yawn as if the petal were nature's own alarm. Then, paying no mind to the flower's blessing, slowly opened just the right eye, golden as autumn sunlight, and spoke with wisdom smooth as river stones. I was growing quite weary of waiting, precious one. I nearly drifted into dream's sweet realm. When Sora remained silent as morning mist, uncertain of this ethereal moment, the old cat continued with patience gentle as moonlight on water. What matters most is that you've taken your first brave step into destiny's dance. That brings such joy to this old heart. Sora felt an inexplicable warmth flood his soul, like sunshine breaking through clouds, sensing both ancient wisdom and familiar comfort in the old cat's presence. As if meeting a dear friend after a journey through countless seasons. For this gentle moment, let's call this our first reunion in an age of dreams. I look forward to when our paths cross again in the tapestry of time. Without waiting for Sora's response, the old cat's words faded like evening light. In the next heartbeat, Sora found himself surrounded by countless stars, each one singing its own lullaby of light. This peaceful realm held no shadows of loneliness or whispers of fear. Only endless tenderness and warmth embraced him, like being wrapped in starlight itself. Cradled in the stars' gentle radiance, Sora felt like a child returning to a beloved home after a long journey through dreams. Time flowed like honey in this tranquil place, both fleeting as morning dew and eternal as the sky itself. Then Sora felt a gentle call, soft as a mother's touch, drawing him back to the waking world like a leaf returning to earth. Now, sitting by the window in morning's golden embrace, Sora felt touched by wonder's gentle hand. The experience during his unconscious journey couldn't be dismissed as merely dream's gossamer threads, because the changes within himself after awakening were as real as sunrise, as tangible as flower petals. It felt as though Sora had awakened to a world painted in gentler hues, as if a delicate veil between himself and reality had lifted away like morning mist greeting the sun. Every color seemed to sing with new vibrancy. Every thought flowed clear as mountain streams. As these peaceful thoughts danced through his mind like butterflies in spring, warm voices called from the entrance like bells of joy. His dear friends, Pepper, Fluffy, and Lily, had arrived like gifts from morning. Their familiar voices, heard just yesterday, now carried the sweetness of treasured memories written in starlight. Luna bounded out to greet them with the grace of wind-blown leaves, and soon they were all playing chase through the garden's embrace. Yesterday's adventures seeming like gentle dreams caught in morning's web. Another peaceful day had begun to unfold like a flower greeting dawn. Watching flowers sway like dancers in the morning breeze, Sora realized that these quiet, ordinary moments held magic more precious than any grand adventure. That night, after everyone had drifted into dream's gentle kingdom, Sora felt the star mark between his eyes grow warm with comforting light. Quietly slipping out like moonlight through leaves, he gazed up at the tapestry of stars painting stories across heaven's canvas. He felt called by Sirius, that faithful friend watching from above with eternal patience. Long ago, when Sora first gazed at the night sky beside the mother cat, he had felt a sweet nostalgia touch his heart, drawn most deeply to Sirius's tender radiance. Since that first moment, he had shared everything with this celestial companion. His small joys like spring flowers, quiet worries like autumn leaves, and every gentle thought that crossed his mind like clouds in summer skies. Gazing up at Sirius now, Sora found himself lost in peaceful contemplation. He felt as though something infinitely precious waited just beyond memory's misty veil. This feeling had lingered like a half-remembered lullaby, but grew stronger after meeting the wise old cat beneath the cherry blossoms. Being called by Sirius tonight must hold some deeper meaning, like a letter written in starlight. Yet the memory remained just out of reach, like trying to catch moonbeams in gentle paws. A gentle ache touched his heart like autumn's first frost as the answer stayed hidden in shadow. Looking up at his dear friend in the eternal sky, Sora shared his heart's whispers. No matter how hard I try to remember, it stays just beyond my reach, though I know in my soul it was something more precious than dreams. Sirius twinkled softly, as if watching over Sora with a parent's tender care. In that peaceful moment, A memory surfaced like a lotus blooming in still waters. He saw himself beneath the cherry tree with the old cat, wise as centuries. Both gazing up at Sirius, sharing what seemed like wisdom ancient as the stars themselves. Though the words remained like music just beyond hearing, he was certain of that tranquil moment's truth. It had happened before his journey into this world of gentle wonder. Even then, they had gazed up at the same beautiful star that watched over him now with eternal kindness. Feeling grateful for this precious glimpse through time's veil, Sora smiled and whispered, "Thank you," like a prayer to the night. Sirius seemed to return his gratitude with a twinkle warm as summer memories. From a distant tree, Sage quietly watched over this peaceful communion like a guardian of ancient tales. After ensuring Sora's safe return to the warmth within, he murmured softly into the night's embrace. "It's my sacred duty to watch over what gentle changes may come." Then turned his wise gaze toward the star-filled sky, eternal as time itself. From that night forward, Sora began to gradually recover his lost memories like flowers opening one by one. Each one carrying its own precious meaning, its own gentle purpose in the tapestry of destiny. Under Sirius's faithful guidance, Sora's growth had begun its beautiful dance. Quietly, yet surely, like the first stars appearing in evening's peaceful embrace.